Bratislava hija l-kapitali tal-Slovakkja tinsab hawnhekk fuq il-xmara Danubju u hija biss 55 km il-bogħod minn Vienna. Biss ir-rotta li tawna biex ikonna ċans nippruvaw l-Astra ġdida twila xi 200 km. Tlajna li tramuntana, għaddejna minn post jismu Malaki, u mbagħad dorna ma' range ta' montanji. Eventualment tħanna ġo nofs il-montanji post jismu Pezinska Baba li huwa magħruf ukoll għal hill climbs fil-passat. U hemmhekk kellna ftit toroq fej verament stajna nippruvaw l-aġilità tal-Astra l-ġdida. Eventualment spiċċajna hawnhekk Bratislava biss sfortunatament f'dawn il-vjaġġi tant ikunu qosra li ma jkollix l-opportunità nżuru u napprezzaw ġojjel bħal dan. Biż-ġojjel li kellna l-opportunità ngawdu huwa l-Astra, mudell importanti immens għall-Opel. L-ewwel ħaġa ilha tikkompeti fil-compact segment sa mill-1936. Imma għal dawn l-aħħar 24 sena kemm ilha tuża l-isem Astra biha xejn anqas minn 12 miljun unit minn dawn il-karozzi. Huwa settur diffiċli u netax kompetittiv immens. U t-tieni ħaġa huwa settur li dejjem jiġkien primarjament imħabba l-popolarità dejjem tikber tal-crossovers u l-SUVs. Fost l-isfidi li affaċċat l-Opel meta ġiet biex tikkrea din l-Astra l-ġdida kien li kellha toħroġ mudell li kien iktar dinamiku, effiċjenti u aġili. U biex tagħmel dan, waħda mill-fatturi l-aktar importanti hija li tiffranka fil-peace. Miegħi għandi l-Bernd Justin li huwa l-Manager Global Vehicle Performance u miegħu nitkellmu fuq dak li jirnexxiela takkwista fej tidħol noqqas ta' peace u aġilità l-Astra l-ġdida. So, model which is new from the ground up, what were the main achievements you see on this new model?
Yeah, starting from a clean sheet of paper, we really created a very light, a slim fit architecture, and we based our new car on that. And the new car is up to 200 kilogram lighter than the car has been before. So, first of all, we reduced the outer dimensions of the car. We made it 49 millimeters shorter and 25 millimeters lower. And by doing that, we could also improve the interior dimensions.
You managed to achieve 250 kilogram weight savings. Where did you manage to save most?
Yeah, one big point was the reduction in size, but we also managed to reduce 77 kilogram on the body in white, thanks to the usage of high-strength steel and ultra-high-strength steel. So we are up to 75% of this material. We also reduced about 50 kilogram on the chassis, thanks to smaller tire diameter and to smaller and more rigid front cradle.
What do you see as the main benefits of this loss of weight?
Okay, the reduction of weight, the increased stiffness, that also ends up in a much better driving comfort, in a better handling, in a better agility and steering precision, and for sure also in a much better fuel economy than the car before.
Mod kif wieħed inaqqas il-peace faċli għax jaqbod jagħmel karozza daqsxejn iżgħar. Biss illum il-konsumatur għandu bżonn l-ispazju. U ċ-challenge tad-designers huwa li kemm jista' jkun iridu jżommu d-dimensjoni tal-karozzi żgħar minn barra. Biss ikabru kemm jista' jkun l-ispazju fuq ġewwa. U dak li għamlu hawnhekk bl-Astra l-ġdida. Jien kelli l-opportunità nitkellem ma' id-designer li kien responsabbli għal dan il-proġett u ħajjispjega fi kliemu eżattament il-ħsieb wara d-design tal-karozza minn barra biss kif ukoll fuq ġewwa. Sculptural artistry means German precision, introduced in 2005 on the Insignia, if I'm not mistaken, and we've done the full cycle. Now the Astra is showing what the second cycle is all about.
Yeah, the new Astra shows the first step in our second cycle of sculptural artistry meets German precision. The cars themselves are still very sculptural and very muscular, but they're in a little bit more athletic expression. The other thing that we've done with the Astra, which I think is really good, is simplify the graphics a little bit, and it makes it easier then to understand for the customer. Now, on today's new Astra, one of the big things that we wanted to do was to make sure that the customers could really recognize the huge efficiencies that this new architecture has brought with it. The 200 kilogram weight saving, and so it's very important that the car looks lower, wider, more compact. When you move around the side of the car, I think one of the great things about it is there's a lot of sculpture in the body side. Actually, the tire OD, the wheel sizes, is a little bit smaller than the previous generation, so cheaper for and more, let's say, for cost of ownership, greater for a customer. But it doesn't look like it. The car still looks very sporty, very dynamic. These great flared wheel arches, very strong shoulder, and the breakthrough C-pillar is the one design element on the exterior that I think is really beautiful, something really special, and really helps to make the car look very athletic, very modern and very sporty. One of the first things that we wanted to do was to make sure that the sculpturalness and technical precision was transferred from the exterior into the interior as well. Again, a very wide-looking interior, but one of the most important things about it is we had a lot of customer feedback around the number of buttons on the previous generation and the usability of the interior. So we made sure that the whole design theme really focused on making sure that the usability of the interior is absolutely premium. But the real highlight is the whole center stack with the Apple-like edge-to-edge glass screen. It really dominates the interior and gives the whole new Astra a very, very modern and very, very, very high-tech perception.
Rajt numru ta' modelli differenti u kuluri u ikolli ngħid li bħala styling laqatni ħafna. L-iktar fattur li fil-fatt ġobni huwa li l-karozza tidher ferm iktar dinamika u sportiva. Irnexxielhom jagħtu l-impressjoni li l-karozza hija aktar baxxa milli billi introduċew din il-linja tal-krom. Dik tolqotlok għajnejk u inti tqis li l-għoli tal-karozza huwa minn hawn l-isfel. Fil-fatt ma tikkalkolax li fil-fatt il-karozza hija aktar għolja. Design feature ieħor li laqatni huwa li l-ħġieġa tkompli maquda u fil-fatt tagħti l-impressjoni li s-saqaf huwa floating. Waħda mill-espressjonijiet li ntużat fil-preżentazzjonijiet li saru fuq l-Astra ġdida kienet challenging the upper class. U meta saqsejt x'iridu jgħidu biha, spjegawli li llum il-konsumatur qed isir aktar u aktar esiġenti. Meta mmorru nixtru karozza, nkunu rajna fuq it-television fuq dokumentarji teknoloġiji ġodda li jeżistu u nkunu nixtiequhom anke fil-karozzi tagħna. Issa, kull settur għandu ċertu livell ta' options. Biss li dejjem għamlet l-Opel, partikolarment bl-Astra, huwa li offrit numru ta' options li ġeneralment wieħed isibhom f'kategorija ta' karozza ferm ikbar u jiġu introdotti għall-ewwel darba f'dan is-segment. Biss ħansegwu intervista li għamilt ma' persuna responsabbli għall komunikazzjoni mondjali għall compact cars tal-Opel. Pedro Lazzarino għal Manager Global Communications għal Compact Vehicles tal-Opel. Miegħu ħan nitkellmu fuq l-Astra ġdida. The C segment is a relatively tough segment, very competitive and losing some popularity to SUVs, etc. So how has Opel positioned itself to combat in this hard market?
Yeah, in fact, the compact segment is losing some ground, but we have to acknowledge that it's still the most important segment in Europe. It's 23% of the total car market. And I mean, we had to take a decision when we were developing this car because the segment is suffering pressure from low-cost brands, but also from the premium brands. And what we try to do with the new Astra is really to release high-tech features that will for sure keep our huge customer database and somehow attract some customers from the premium segments.
How specifically have you done this with the new Astra?
I mean, I will give you a couple of examples that are really quite unique in the compact class. IntelliLux Matrix LED, the OnStar telematics, the AGR seats with ventilation, massage seats, rear seat heating. So those are really features that the customers are not expecting in that segment. So we really believe that we will keep some customers in our brand instead of moving them to premium brands.
The tendency is that when you speak about these technologies, obviously they come at a cost. Will that outprice, will that put the Astra in a position where one would start considering the premium segment?
Yeah, that's the right question, but I'll give you just one example. The IntelliLux Matrix LED. In most of the markets, we price at the same level of the previous AFL generation. So which means that, as we did in the past with different generations, Kadett and Astras, we released technologies from the upper class to the compact segment, keeping them affordable. And that's something that we took seriously in our development process.
Ikonna nifqu imma lissa biex nagħmlu appuntament għal bħallum ġimgħa fejn komplu nsegwu dak kollu li qed toffri ġdid interessanti l-Opel Astra l-ġdida hawnhekk minn Bratislava.